It's amazing that Satan targets our heart, and that's so linked to our mouths. And so he targets what comes out of our mouths, but he also targets our eyes. Look at our kids' eyes. Look at Proverbs 4:25. Let your eyes look straight ahead. Fix your gaze directly before you. Look at what the bait is. The bait, if you want to fill it in here on the eyes, is lust of the eyes. It's looking and seeing something that I might like to have, to do, to enjoy. And no matter what kind of satisfaction I've had up to that point, the lust of the eyes that it talks about in 1 John 2:16, this desiring life apart from God with my eyes, that's how he's going to tempt me. And the temptation's not sin, but here it comes. The hook is the dissatisfied desires. No matter how satisfied or dissatisfied I am with my eyes, the eyes are never satisfied, Proverbs 27:20 says, no matter what's happened.
A friend of mine let me use his new Corvette for a weekend not long ago. It's really pretty, too. I mean, it's that red color that I like. And I drove it to Elkhart. And it's a 2006 Vet. And I was really into it. And I put my sunglasses on about halfway there because I realized I needed sunglasses on. It was cloudy, but I needed them to drive that car. And
man, you're looking good.
I was, yeah. And, well, as good as I can look.
That's pretty good.
On the way home, I realized about halfway home, I hadn't thought about what I was being transported in. I thought about it a lot on the way up there. On the way home, it had already lost its appeal.
Really?
Yes. And I was just thinking about life. Would have taken a little longer for you, huh?
I wonder if I made a living on the lust of the eyes.
I think you did. He said he wondered if he made a living on the lust of the eye. Absolutely he did, selling his car.
That is really interesting. And that's true.
It is true.
Every guy I'd sell a car to, he'd want another one, which is beautiful in a certain way. But yeah. Proverbs 27:20 says the lust of the eyes are never satisfied. The eyes of man are never satisfied. It says the same thing in 1 John 2:17, the verse right after all these areas where we're getting these debate and the temptation. It says the world and its desires pass away. Is that they're going to pass away. They don't satisfy. And the line, the accusation is that evil entered the eyes. And Jesus said in Matthew 5:28 that the eyes and the heart are inextricably linked. Mm-hmm. He said, if you looked at a woman lustfully, you've already committed adultery in your heart. But you know, Proverbs 6:25 kind of talks a little bit more about the girl's contribution to the eyes. And I've been around girls. I've heard them say, look at that guy with the gray hair and the sunglasses and that new Corvette. He's looking good, But here's kind of what girls do with their eyes. They do this. So you girls, the women are laughing because they know you're evil on how you do this. And I talked about this with you a couple months ago, but let me try it again. It's kind of like.
It's scary how good he is at that, isn't it? That word perverted a little bit ago, that's what comes to my mind there.
So Proverbs 6:25 in sign language is this. It is, do not lust in your heart after her beauty, or let her captivate you with her eyes. Mm-hmm. And so the devil accuses. And the sinker is that God hates haughty eyes. God hates eyes that desire evil, that desire life apart from him. Proverbs 6:17. Proverbs 6:17 says God hates haughty eyes. Well, this is the target to our kids' eyes, and I think one of the most significant applications of this bait, of the temptation, he's the tempter, of the hook, he's the deceiver, of the line, he's the accuser, and of the sinker, he's the destroyer. This is all about destroying our kids and their relationship with God and each other.